Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we, is what you're saying. Well, we're actually in Midtown Chlorakas. To give you some reference points, we've got SC Motors, which is a used car dealer, quality used car dealer on the left-hand side. This is Papa Antonio's supermarket in Chlorakas. You've got a little restaurant there, does a very, very nice rotisserie chicken, so a cooked chicken for you. And we are heading out now towards Kissonerga, and this is the Midtown Road from Paphos, so from the Paphos Old Town through Midtown Chlorakas, through Midtown Kissonerga, and then eventually we're going to drop down to the main Paphos to Paia Road, and we're going to mosey on down towards the Coral Bay area, which of course is in Paia. Those of you that are new to the channel, because we understand that new people come every single day, some of you may know your way around and some of you may not know your way around. So if you're looking for a way to learn your way around Paphos, this could be the channel for you. It's a channel with a twist. There's normally a bit of fun and a little bit of games, and we like to see things down a little bit different, that's for sure. I like to have a chat with a few of our family members as we travel around. For example, Dame Anne, the girl who's in charge of the show known as Marika Me, she's sitting in the boots at the moment. She says it's very, very comfortable in there, and she's cuddled up with a superstar known as Miss Anastar. She's our legalities girl. She's a lawyer from downtown Poland. You've got the two Ronnies, get a bit cramped in the back there, I know, but they're there as well. So you've got Biking Ronnie all the way from, well, he's all the way from Denmark now, but originally he's from Israel. He's hanging out in the back and he's trying to keep his filter copy steady. He's saying, come on, watch that manhole cover that's a bit loose over there. I'm going to watch that one as well. And he's got a bit of Malbatoshin as well. Sitting on the other side, crammed in there. He's a big man. He's a tall, tall guy. Definitely towers over 6 foot, that's for sure. The man in charge of all the policing and the legalities. So he's allowing us to drive with the trunk open, or the boot lid open, because otherwise they'll all suffocate to death. His name is Superintendent Ronnie Miller, and again he's got a cup of tea and a rich 2 biscuit he's munching down as he's planning. He's looking at EasyJet and Jet2 and all those kind of things, looking for that nice flight with nice times for when he comes back to Paphos. Because he likes to come down to Paphos 4 or 5 times a year. Nice to come here. He's got an apartment in downtown Universal, and now and again we do a drive-by, don't we? Now and again, but with no shooting. That's what we do. So here we are. We're in, well, Midtown Kissonerga. This is Kissonerga Village, and this is the main road through it. And just over here you've got, well, a garden centre on both sides of the road. Kissos Garden Centre. So if you want that special plant for that special spot in the garden or on the balcony, or those special flowers for that special occasion, for that superstar in your life, that could be the place for you to go. Now, the roads, what can I say? Everywhere in Paphos, the roads are absolutely diabolical. They really, really are. But to be honest, I was watching a video the other day, and I was watching the superstar known as Mr. Andy with his partner in crime, Miss Nessie, and they were racing around somewhere in North Shropshire. And to be honest, the roads looked a little bit Sherlock Holmes, in other words, S-H-I-T. They didn't look too good. And he's driving around in an air suspension fancy Range Rover, about £100,000. And even he was having trouble. So what hope is there for me in a humble S-Class as I navigate these roads in and around Paphos? And, well, it's like manhole central. And I'll tell you a little story. On the way up to my house, there used to be a pothole, and they used to fill it in, and they used to fill it in, and it would come out again, and it was getting bigger and bigger, this pothole. But anyway, one day, I watched this crew as I was going down, and I thought, oh, here we are, and they were cutting the road out, and they had cones out, and, you know, they were going to do a really professional job on repairing this pothole. Anyway, on my way home at about 4 o'clock, the job was done, and I thought, why have they put a manhole there? So they cut out the pothole and then they installed a manhole and then concreted around it. So there wasn't a manhole, and now there is. And now whenever I drive around, I notice that there are hundreds and hundreds. Look at that there. So there's 2 of them side by side there. Hundreds and hundreds of manholes. There's another 2. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. It goes on and on. But the point I'm coming to, as I think you understand, is I am now wondering, is there actually a manhole hole down there? I don't think so. I think they're using manholes to try and fill potholes for some reason. I think that some Gumbaru, that means friend by the way, that some Gumbaru has got a manhole manufacturing company, and I think that he's in bed with the mayor. There we are. Don't misunderstand what I said there, Fidonis. It's like an English term for Gumbarus. There we are. He's going to get me shot one of these days anyway. Talking about the mayor, we are friends with the mayor by the way, and one of these days we are going to skip into his office, get past his Rottweiler and sit down and have a chat with him, and you never know, we might get it on camera. Because he's a good guy and he's got some great plans for Paphos, and he does have a vision, and we spoke to him once off camera, and of course a lot of us understand these infrastructure projects, these road projects have got to be done. It's not personal when he's digging the road up outside your house. It just happens that it's got to be done. So, same in the UK, same in America, same in Poland. There was a lady came on from Portugal the other day. It's exactly the same there. And a lot of the cases is the money's coming from the EU, and there's a time limit, isn't there? That little window opens, I don't know, from May until June, when they've got to put their hand in the till and take that, I don't know, 400 million or whatever it might be. And we understand that of that 400 million, an awful lot of those millions are going to find their way into certain people's pockets. And you never know, some of it might find its way into our pocket one of these days. Can you believe that, Miss Andrea? We actually got through that light before it go into amber. Wow, absolutely amazing. Now, where are we? We have joined the main Paphos to Paya road. So this is the coastal road which literally kisses the coastline of Paphos all the way from Paphos to, well, St George. So you go straight through Paya, through Coral Bay, through Sea Caves and out to St George. And if you want to keep going into the Acamas, you can. But I'm not going to do that one in this car today. I don't think it's built for the off-roading, that's for sure. That was the CU Beach Bar on the left hand side, a favourite of a superstar known as Mr. Daniel Mahoney, the greatest drug pusher in downtown Southampton. And he's going to get on a big bird and come out of Paphos very soon, and we're going to mosey on down to the Pambos Diner and probably have a pork chop or fish and chips and two. So pretty sure you can see on the left hand side there's a beautiful turquoisey blue on the blue Mediterranean Sea today. This is the, well, little coastline to Kissonerga, and that's where they're planning on building a marina, although they have been talking about it for the last 20 years, although they do say that there is going to be a bit of an organisation of it this year, where they're going to lay a brick or something and start the process, but who knows. Let's see as time goes on, shall we? And that peninsula sticking out to the left, that is Coral Bay. Very popular place for holidays. Through the summer it absolutely peaks and gets rammed out, and to be honest, in most of the restaurants on most of the evenings you've got to book a table because it just is that busy. So at the end of this straight we are going to be in Paya, and you're going to be able to turn left into Coral Bay onto the strip, or you could go right into Lower Paya, work your way up to Paya Village and up into the mountainside, which is called Uptown Paya. If you keep going straight, you would go on to the area known as Sea Caves, and if you keep going, you keep going to St George and the beautiful little harbour area of St George's Harbour, where if you want to go into some sunbathing or get an ice cream, or perhaps watch the little boats come and go, that could be that special place for you. Now Paya is a hugely popular place, not just with tourists but with foreigners who like to reside in downtown Paphos. Why? Well, it's got Coral Bay and a great beach. It's also got Coralia Beach. It's got the Sea Caves area with all the beautiful rock formations, and as I've just mentioned, it's got the beautiful little harbour known as Argus St George. And on top of that, it's got some good schools, TLC school. I'm remembering now, superstar known as Viscount Leo of Lord Richard and Lady Julie Nash fame. That's their boy, and he's my little mate, although he's not that little. So good morning to you, Viscount Leo. And he went to the TL school when he was in Cyprus for just over a year, and then they relocated and went back home to Wiltshire. Anyway, the point of the matter is, Paya's got something for literally everybody, whether you're a young family or whether you're an older family or whether you're retired. It's a great place to live, and it's got a community within a community, lots of great restaurants, lots of great bars, and all the shops that you could ever need. And on top of that, probably the greatest supermarket in Cyprus, but certainly in Paphos, and that's going to come up just down here on the right hand side, and it's called Philippos. If you take a left there, as the sign suggests, you go into Coral Bay, and that is the Coral Bay Strip, and it's starting to get busier and busier. But we're going to go straight and continue a little bit further on the coast road, and coming up, as I've said now, on the right hand side is the Philippos. It's more than a supermarket, shall we say. It's a very, very good supermarket. It sells everything that you could possibly want, and I mean everything. You can buy underpants in there if you want. You can buy panties in there if you want. He's got a restaurant here called Phil's Bar and Grill. He's got a home furniture shop at the back. He's got a pool cleaning section, a clothing section. I think you get the idea. Got his own bakery in there. Anything that you can want. Great apple strudels, by the way, in there. On the way back, I might stop and go in. If you want the Daily Post or the Daily Mail, the Sun, whatever it is that you want, I promise you, you pop into Philippos supermarket and you're going to come out that little bit poorer, but you're going to come out with everything that you could possibly ever want. This is the area now that slowly takes us towards Sea Caves. So if we keep going along here for a couple of kilometres, we'll be in Sea Caves. But at the moment, on the left-hand side, it's Coral Bay, and on the right-hand side, it is Lower Paya. Now, if you want to do a bit of karting, go-karting, there we go. That's Coral Bay Go-Karting Centre on the right-hand side, and it's a very, very good farm shop. All the produce is from the fields around here, and then the ship-shaped pool cleaning shop on the very, very end. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you do like what you see, why not hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my madness. And why not go through to our About page, where you can consider to buy us a coffee or two to allow us to keep making these special videos for you. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and see you in the next one very, very soon.